The gym struggle. Two vlogs in one day. Who am I? Okay, so I wanted to make like a little more serious video. Just kind of about facing your fears and doing what makes you happy as a person instead of doing what you think will make other people happy. Just a little background for you guys. I've done a lot of things in the short 4 years since I graduated high school. I am a licensed cosmetologist. Don't practice it anymore, but I'm still licensed. That took about a year. I got my NASM certified personal trainer. So I did that, and I won't go into a lot of detail. I've held a lot of jobs. I've held a lot of jobs. But a year ago, I decided, after stopping doing hair, that I was going to go back to school, and I was going to go back to school for graphic design because I wanted to like be the person who, made the graphics for fitness magazines, or I wanted to like start my own clothing line for like fitness clothing. But yeah, so I did that, and I went to Full Sail online. If you don't know, Full Sail is a university down in Orlando. They're a private university. It was an accelerated program, so in another year I would have had my bachelor's in graphic design. But at the beginning of May, I decided that I was going to withdraw. And a lot of stuff was going on. We had just gotten Bravo. Especially with him, getting school done was really hard because if you don't know how Full Sail works, you don't write papers or anything, you don't really have a lot of reading, it's just a lot of projects due every week. And that was part of it being an accelerated program. It was also part of it being an art school. I've never considered myself to be very artsy. I sing, yes. I used to write lyrics. They weren't very good. But I never fit in with that like artsy crowd. I went to an art school for a year in high school when I was doing school online, and that was an extension of their program. My high school is not, Full Sail, but I did that, and I never really fit in with that artsy crowd. I just found them really dramatic and really annoying. I'm not really into drama. It's not my scene. I don't start it. I don't want to be a part of it. So, anyway, back to Full Sail. I decided I was going to drop out at the beginning of May because we had just gotten Bravo, so that made it a little difficult to get school done. And also, we're still in the process of trying to figure out what's going on with Kevin and when we're going to move and stuff like that, because we are planning on moving down south, hopefully within the next 6 months. Cross my fingers because that's where I belong. But it was all that, and then Bravo, and I had really stopped enjoying school. I loved it at first. I loved all my classes, everything about it. But my last couple classes before I dropped out were like video graphics and adding sounds to video, and I just wasn't enjoying any of it. Like, that's not what I signed up for. That's not what I wanted to be learning about. On top of a lot of other things that I won't go into, that I just didn't really agree with the school and the way they ran it. But I got my withdrawal papers the other day, and I have actually never been happier. It's part of the reason I wanted to make this video, because I was so scared to drop out. The reason that I dropped out before transferring is because I wanted to take a break. I wanted to take like a 2-month break, and they wouldn't let me without documentation stating why. Well, I'm really overwhelmed. We're in the process of figuring out when we're moving. I'm sorry, I don't have documentation. And I just got a dog. A puppy. I don't have documentation. I'm sorry. Plus, I don't think, getting a dog, it's not the reason I dropped out, but it's part of the reason I wanted to break, and well, they weren't going to give it to me, so after a lot of prodding and, Kevin telling me, you're doing the right thing, if you're not happy, then you need to drop out. So I finally dropped out in May, and I got my withdrawal papers the other day. And like I said, that's why I wanted to make this video. If you're not happy, you need to make yourself happy before you make anyone else happy. Because if you're not happy, then you're going to go around every day, you're going to be miserable, and that's going to show. That's going to show to a lot of people. I'm a lot happier since I dropped out. Not since I dropped out. Since I withdrew. Whatever you want to call it. But I'm a lot happier since I withdrew from school. And I do plan on going back. I will. I decided to finally follow my heart and go for nutrition and exercise science. I couldn't be happier about that decision. I'm still looking into schools. I'm still trying to figure out where to go, because at least for like my gen eds, I know I need to go online, because a lot of stuff is probably going to be changing in the next year. But I'm still looking into it. I do plan on going back, and education is really important. I realized that after I stopped doing hair, because it was hard to get a job. So I do plan on going back, and it's just a matter of figuring out when and where. But you need to make yourself happy, and I couldn't be happier since I withdrew. I was really nervous, really scared. I didn't want to. I much would have rather have taken a break, but I think that withdrawing was the right decision for me, because I don't have to worry about it anymore. I do not have to worry about it anymore. I realized that I just want to help people. I want to help people get in shape and help them get their diet right. I want to help people come back from like that dark place that I was in 8th grade. Like, food doesn't have to rule your life, and I want to help people with that. I just want to help people in general. That was part of why I liked cosmetology, because when someone sat in your chair and when they got up, there was a transformation. Like, if they did not get out of your chair feeling more beautiful than they did before they sat down, then there's no point. I wanted to help make people feel beautiful. Well, now I want to help people feel good about themselves. Because if you don't feel good about yourself, then you're not going to be happy. You're not going to have a happy life. And it just translates into everything. Like, when I was in 8th grade and like 88 pounds, I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy at all. And now that I work out and I lift and I'm happy with myself, I'm a lot happier in my day-to-day life. So I just want to be the person that, helps people with that. Anyway, back to the point of this video, facing your fears. I was so scared back when I decided I was going to go back to school. because I was thinking about going for nutrition. I was thinking about it, and then I decided, well, no, graphic design is going to be easier. I'm probably not smart enough to go for nutrition. I never took biology in high school. I never took chemistry. I never took any of that. So I was like, there's no way that I'm going to, be able to make it through the classes you need to take to be a nutritionist. So I decided to go for graphic design, and that was probably the worst mistake of my life. I just wasted like thousands of dollars. But it's so important to face your fears, because if you don't face your fears, you're going to look back at your life one day and wonder, what if? What if you had? And I don't want to look back and wonder, what if I had done this? What if I had done that? I don't want to be stuck, in some graphic design studio or desk, whatever, putting stupid sounds to stupid videos. That's not what I want to do. I want to help people. And I don't want to wonder, what if? I don't want to be stuck in that job that I hate, wondering, what if I had done what I actually wanted to do? It's just... And facing your fears can translate into other things, too. When I was in school, I was really shy, like super shy. And I have to credit working at Hooters for breaking me out of that. That is I credit that as being the number one reason why I am not as shy as I used to be. Working at Hooters forced me out of my comfort zone. But you know what? I wanted to work there. I wanted to be pushed out of my comfort zone. I wanted to be that girl who was able to talk to anyone and start a conversation with a complete stranger and just be able to talk for a couple minutes and make someone enjoy their day just a little bit more. That was when I stepped on stage in my first bikini competition. I was terrified. I was so terrified. Like, I thought I was going to trip. I was like, this is way more exposed than I'm used to being in public. I mean, yeah, you wear a bikini on the beach, but there's a difference. But, sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. Anyway, yeah. It pushed me out of my comfort zone. And you need to be pushed out of that comfort zone in order to live a well-rounded and experienced life. If you just sit in your comfort zone every day, what's going to happen? Nothing. You're going to do the same thing every day. You're going to see the same people every day. You're not going to experience anything new. You're not going to have any stories to tell your grandkids when you're old and decrepit. You're just not going to have any fun. And so that's why I think that facing your fears and being pushed out of your comfort zone is so important. Kind of taking off from what I posted on Instagram today, I just started learning how to hang clean. When I was in high school, I couldn't hang clean at all. I took elective gym and the teacher hated me because I could not hang clean, just the bar. I couldn't do it. I could not do it for my life. I mean, yeah, she was teaching us wrong, but that's besides the point. I was just like, I couldn't do it. Well, I've refused to learn how to do it for the whole, 3 years that I've been lifting. I've refused to learn how to hang clean from Kevin because I was just like, nope, I can't do it. I already know I can't, so why even try? Well, I've seen so many people doing it wrong now that I'm just like, you know what? I want to know how to do it, and I want to know how to do it right. So I finally let him teach me the other day. And I'm still working on it. It's a work in progress. Got the bruises to prove it. I bruised like a freaking peach. I have bruises all over my arm from Bravo. But anyway, yeah. So I learned how to hang clean, and I'm learning how to hang clean the right way. challenge yourself, face your fears, and get the hell out of your comfort zone. You're going to be a lot happier, and you're not going to regret it. You're really not. You might think you will, but you're not. If you just get out of your comfort zone and do something you don't normally do, not as long as it's not like dangerous or anything, you're going to be extremely happy. So I guess that's going to be it for this little video. I kind of rambled. Sorry. I'm probably not going to edit it, so you just get to listen to me ramble. But I hope I kind of said something that maybe helped you in any way. Yeah. The gym struggle. Okay, bye.